Right, let's go over today's trade. I'm doing it on this now. I'm not doing it on my extended screen because it ends up being really laggy. So we took a couple trades today and we had a couple trade ideas, and then I had my own trade. There's a lot to go over here. So if I come down here, so market open, right? We came down, we came into these 1 hour fair value gaps. And we inverse this, right? So, and we broke structures to the downside on top of that. So inversed, we had, and we did tap this over 1 hour here. So we were looking at shorts, and in my mentor, we had this 15-minute breaker, right? So this 15-minute breaker, right, which we came into, and we respected it on the 5-minute, and then on the 1 minute here. I really need to, like, there's so much going on here, so I'm just going to delete as I go along. So breaker block here, right? So we come up, obviously this is the 1 minute, but we respected it on the 5-minute, then we came all the way down here, then we inverted this 1 minute gap here. I'm not going to change the cut. Do you know what I can do? So we inverse that, and we also inverse the 5-minute, which was super good out of a breaker block, and there was an inversion, and we had a decent recovery, and we had an SMT, I believe, as well. Yeah, we had an SMT. It was really good, and this was his trade, so I understood why we were taking it, so I took it. I did really small risk though. I lost like 0.4%. Not even that on some accounts, which was great. So the entry ended up looking, oh, I don't remember. Was it something like this? We ran a pretty wide stop or something. Was it something like this? I don't remember, bro. Maybe it's on here. Wait, we didn't long it, did we? Or was this just my idea? No, there's no way that's right. Anyway, so we ended up shorting, and we were targeting. Wait, do I have it somewhere? Oh, it's here. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, so we had this inversion, and then when we came in, it was basically on the retrace. So we came out, tagged this 5-minute. We entered stops here, a 40-point stop pretty much, and then on this side, I'll just show you what we were targeting. So we had these relative equal lows. Then we had Asia low, London lows, which was fine to target. But yeah, obviously got stopped out. It's whatever. We're still, if we go on the 4 hour here, oh my goodness, we're still trading with well, we just broke out of this 4 hour gap, but we had 4 hour gap up here too, which we did tap after we swept the London high, which we swept pre-market. Oh, we swept that pre-market. There's too much on this screen, man. So I'll get into my short place here. 4 hour value gap. So we had good bullish confluence, but yeah, essentially that didn't play out. So let's get rid of all that now, because this is all donkey to me now. And I mean, we were actually looking at long setups, but it kind of just left without us. Look, we had this inverse here, and then we had this 1 minute reaction out of an inverse and a normal, a BPR. It's very, very, just tapped it, and then reacted, so you could do something like that, but for me it wasn't worth it. Decent RR, but it's not something I liked, because I didn't, just because of the risk reward. To be fair, you probably would have had to run a wide stop as well. I know it reacted off this, but you probably wouldn't have wanted it here or here. And then, yeah. doesn't get good. So anyway, but yeah, we traded out of that, and this was what was really interesting to me. So we had this 1 hour fair value gap, lapped over with a 15-minute gap, which was the first presented on this leg. Came into it, and we also, if you look on the 1 hour, I've dotted out these red lines. We failed to close above this high, and we also failed to close. We closed right on that basically. So I wouldn't count that as an inverse. But yeah, I was really looking. I really like this. Look, we had a nice recovery. I wasn't just going to front run this 1 minute gap. It was. I'll mark it out as an inverse. So, because it did eventually inverse. So yeah, I was really looking for a flush down here, and I would have entered. But it didn't happen. We started chopping, and my mentor was looking for longs, which I understood why, because we had a 5 minute fair value gap and a 15-minute fair value gap, and obviously we had the bigger push up. But yeah, I really like this 15-minute gap. This happened yesterday as well. I saw a similar setup that he didn't. I think the lesson here is I need to just start taking my own trades. So I think I'm going to do pre-market analysis, and then after I will just trade on my own basically. There's literally no point doing this, because that's the whole point of this mentorship. I'm just trying to find out the groove, and then I need to be going and trading on my own. So I need to be taking all my trades on my own conviction, not his, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, we did start chopping here. Look, we rejected this area, and he was looking for longs then off this 1 minute inverse, which we didn't quite get yet. So I would have happily took a long there, targeting this Asia high. But yeah, and then we made low resistance liquidity here as well. Look, all the way down. Look. So I did understand longs, but we did come up and we made an SMT on ES. So, and then we got the inverse, right? So my trade idea was essentially this, and I could have got way better entries as well. So I was just targeting these relative equal lows here. That's not what I wanted. Nope, I need a relative equal lows. So yeah, I was targeting these relative equal lows, and it played out super well in the end. As soon as I inversed, it came back up, and then it started trickling down. It was obviously a little bit choppy. I mean, entry was at 08, and okay, so 17 minutes to hit break even, and then just under 30 minutes, or 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes to hit a 1 to 3, which I would have 100% been taking. I mean, I would have took profits here, right here, or trailed my stop loss aggressively, and then maybe even have closed. But basically, yeah, that was my trade idea, and I didn't take it because he was looking at longs. Why does this get looser and looser every day, bro? I need to try and sort that. But yeah, I'll show you the trade that we ended up taking in the end. So we had this. There's my trade setup again. So we had this 5 minute. We had a 15-minute inverse initially. So here, 15-minute inverse, huge displacement as well. And I made this 5 minute gap, and then we came up into the gap, and then we looked for a nice displacement down. Let's just delete all these, bro. Get them out of the way. Oh, there you go. You can. That's the original trade. So, yeah. Nice reaction off the 5 minute. Here, look, huge displacement down. So we entered around here. And then on this wick here, so yeah, we entered like literally here, and then it came up, it wicked, and he, where this red line is, he exited to, you know, preserve losses basically. I don't know if that was just more of emotional from him, because he'd already lost one trade, even though it was a small loss, and obviously market was being a bit weird and just choppy. I mean, you can see now choppy as soon as we entered, and yeah, it did come back into profit, but it's and there was a nice 5-minute reaction back down, but yeah. So I think in future I'm just gonna, obviously if I had taken my original idea, look at this, and I even had it all set out, right? So this was take profit 1, or I say that'll break even. This was take profit 1. So if we go into, here we go, 1 to 2, and then there's 2 ways of doing it. I can trail my stop loss to take to the break even target, which would be like a 1 to 0 point something. There you go. And then yeah, that was my second take profit, and then where's that come from? So yeah, 1 to 2 risk reward. I mean, I could have just took it out full whack, but then this would have been the next one where I would have trailed to the actual stop loss, and then yeah, that would have probably been final TP. I mean, we did have lower draws. The reason I do I do trade micros, but I do all the charting on NQ because it's more accurate. Because sometimes 1 minute inversions don't happen, or they will happen on MNQ but not on NQ, and that's very important. But yeah, relative equal lows would have been a 1 to 4 risk reward, and I didn't take it, bro. I mean, we're not hit there yet. I mean, I probably would have trailed my stop loss to here, but yeah, that could have been a final target. So from now on, I'm just trading. I think I need to step away from the live streams a bit. Just do analysis with him, and then yeah, because look, I mean, we lost 700, 800 today, oh, 600, so a little over 1%. We're still up on the week by about 700 on this account. On this one, I don't even know. Should have a look. Okay, look, so we're still up, which is great. There's nothing to worry about. I was emotionally detached regardless on the trade setups. It didn't matter to me in the end, because at the end of the day, it's just teaching me. It's lessons. It's not a loss. You know, I still need to learn how to cut losses, because even if this went sideways, I need to know when. I mean, I would have caught if it inversed this 1 minute. That's where I would have cut personally. But yeah, I need to trust my own instinct more, which I've said before in these recaps. But yeah, I'm definitely going to start turning away from these live streams. They're there to help me and guide me. They're not there to determine what trade setups I actually take in the end. Because I was eyeing with it. I was like, I really want to enter this. I mean, even though it got choppy here, because originally I was going to do like a full risk, like 600-700. If I was like, oh, I don't want to do that, you know, I easily could have just done, like, I mean, this is just going to be an example, but if I just put a stop loss there, limit on the inversion, I mean, I could have easily have done, I mean, that would have been the final take profit, but I could have done half of that. I could have done 5 micros, $300 risk, 1200 reward, and I would have been like, you know, I would have took some profits by now, took some out, probably took 2 or 3 micros out, and then just trailed stop loss on the rest. So yeah, that's the lesson of today. 100% start coming away from the live streams. Only gather data from them. Just gather data. This is to help refine myself. Just totally understand what he's looking for. Because for me, there's so much going on. Like I said, this 1 hour lapped over with the 15-minute. Like, that's textbook even on my mentor. Oh, why does it say that? Like, that's textbook, right? I don't even know what we hit on the 4 hour. I did understand why we could target this Asia high and fill more of this gap. Like, I genuinely do understand. Plus, look, we were already running internal, external, even on the 4 hour, look, internal, external, but we didn't fill the a new 4 hour gap formed, and we never tagged it, which obviously we did before, and usually gaps will tag before they continue running. Look, we just tagged this one before we continued. Let's try and find another, that inverse. Look, I mean, this tagged once, and then a couple of times, and then it did go, and look, we tagged more, and then we went. Look, this one never tagged, which sure, it does happen. Look, tagged and then we go. Tagged and then we go a little bit higher. Tagged, go. I mean, we didn't tag within the next 4 hours, it took a day or two, but look, we inversed that. But yeah, we're still within a range right now. If you look, like, we broke out of it here, which was great, because it was like, okay, we're going to keep climbing higher now, and no, it just rejected. And I think of a daily. Oh no, look, we inversed the daily. And look, we just come straight back down and inverse the other daily. Now I think we're going to come for these relative equal lows, but I'm not too caught up on that. But yeah, I think we'll probably come for this 4 hour gap. But yeah, I think from now on we just do the pre-market analysis, and then we trade on our own, just mute the stream and just do my own thing, because there's too much information going on, because I'm not the biggest fan of these breaker models. Like, you had this breaker, I would have just looked, like I said, I would have just looked for a sweep, and but this is not clean price action, so I wouldn't have long this, because this would have been good if we had the sweep, because look, we had a V-shaped recovery inverse. If we just swept beforehand, that would have been good, but we didn't. Look, we did here. Look, oh, this is a live test on here, because look, we swept, V-shaped recovered, inverse. So you could have always waited for a retest for a better RR, but no, we just, if you enter on the inverse here, look, target the 15-minute gap. Not the best RR, and still not the cleanest price action, but look, we had SMT, but we also had this low line, low resistance liquidity here to target, which we took out pretty immediately. If we look here, all these look, we took one, we took two, came down a bit, and then we took the third one. But that probably would have got stopped at break even. So, but yeah, I think I just need to trust my own instinct more, and then yeah, that's all I have to say on that now. But yeah, that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, still up on the weeks. There's nothing to worry about. I think I'm on MetaTrader 5. Yeah, I'm on my new account as well. I got a Apex account because it was super cheap. So let me see if I can find the account somewhere. I think I have like a 6.5k stop loss. So yeah, I'm only down 1300 so far, which is fine. Which is less than 1% risk. But yeah, I probably need to go a bit more aggressive on, because I only risked like 800 each time, but that was because, again, just because of the price action happening, and he did say he was going to just lay in orders here, so I think that's why we got some entries. But on this on this short that we had, he was just laying in it, hence I went super low risk on all my accounts. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna, because he'll take multiple trades as well, like I said, and that's his ideas of multiple trades on top of my multiple trades, my multiple ideas, and it's like there's so much, it's kind of overwhelming. So yeah, my setup was really good. I mean, it's not playing out now, it would have got stopped now, but it would have been like, I don't even know, bro. Oh no, we would have. We already would have got. Yeah, like I would have at least made like a 1 to 2 hour. So anyway, see, even this doesn't necessarily look like a bad setup. 1 minute. Anyway, that's it. So I'm just gonna go over what I've just taken. Bro, so as I was doing my trade recaps, I really like this. Look, we pushed up into this into a 15-minute gap, right? 15-minute gap fill, including the 5-minute gap fill. Amma reacted super nice. We've just hooked out some lows. I don't know if there's an SMT, you know. No, there's no SMT, and we haven't hit the market open lows, so I'm not too fussed. So yeah, basically I did that. Look at this 1 minute, we inverted all these 1 minute gaps, and then we came up, retested them and rejected. So we did a little bit chop here, and I just decided for it because on my top step I get rebuild next week, and I really need to pass it this week, or like just don't pass it basically. These lows were my break even point. Literally, in 3 minutes into entering this trade, straight to it, which is great. I'm at break even. I'm not too fussed now. I've only lost 400 for the day, so that's why I risked. I was happy to risk. I only risked 500. Obviously, that just gives me a 1% total risk for the day. I know it's in the eval, so I probably should have just done the 1% risk, because I probably could have got out there at this low, because that would have been like their look 1 to 2 basically. I could have got out at, which would have been 2k, which is fine. And then I ended up taking a trade here on my Apex, because it's a super cheap account. I do not care about it. This was my original idea here, this 1 minute fair value gap here, which is now an inversion. So let's change that. So 1 minute inversion, that was the original idea. And then I was looking at it, and I looked at this reaction up into this 5 minute. We had a second entry. I mean, the original one would have got fully stopped if we stayed in it. But yeah, I really like this, so I just put it at this high, like the highest we came up, and retested this first presented. Well, there's a tiny one up here, but look, yeah, I really like this reaction. So yeah, and then I took, because we ended up coming back up here, retesting this inversion, which is looking perfect now. So that is why I entered it on here. I got filled at 415, I believe. So I can probably look for somewhere that's 415 on the. Do you know what? I'm probably better off just taking the Magna. Yeah, so that's good enough for me. So look now. So I ended up risking quite a bit as well. I risked like, I don't know, 1200, 1300, because I've, like I said, these evals need to be like no fear. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna see where this takes us. Just for now, I'm not gonna break even here. I'm gonna break even at this low, and then, like I said, we're targeting these relative equal lows. I may even target more, but I'll definitely scale out. I've done 3 contracts on this. I don't know what the risk was. It ended up being like 1200, 1400. So yeah, I'm break even on this, so I'm like, there's literally no risk to me here. Obviously this one's more of an issue, because why is it saying I'm, alright, never mind. We're reacting nicely. We just need to really flush and hit these these lows now. And this is a 4-hour gap as well, I might add. I'm going to get rid of this one because that's useless to me now since we inverted it. But we now have... Oh, sorry. I'm going to put my magnet back on, bro. This trade could end up being an L. I don't really care. This is why I took it because, like I said, I need to be really aggressive with these evals. We're coming into the macro. So the macro might deliver. But, yeah, I really want it. Like, look how close we're getting to this, this 4-hour gap. This is where let's just change the visibility on it. Minute. There we go. Yeah, I'm really looking for this to get hit. Be really nice if we could flush down, hit the 4-hour, hit these relative equal lows. Yeah, it looks good, but whether it delivers, like I said, we had this huge 1-minute inversion. This was the strong inverse. Look, we were really holding this gap. So look, we came into it, reacted off it, and then we came down. We still came back into this fair value gap and reacted off of it. But then obviously we had already inverted all these 1-minute gaps. But because of this, I didn't want to just front run the gap. Obviously I did on my Top Step account because I truly don't care. I've been in that. This is my 3rd month or coming into my 3rd month. So it's like I'll have paid like $300, I believe. If I get rebuild next week, I would rather just fail it, cancel the subscription, or pass it and pay the activation fee. I really am not. I mean, I'm already at break even here, so I could get out because then I'm only a 1 to 3 RR trade from passing, or like even a 1 to 2 with 1500 risk. But yeah, why is it chopping, bro? Look, we had such a great delivery here, and then we just chopped. I mean, we got macro in 2 minutes, so either it'll start delivering upwards or it'll deliver downwards. There's no like, there's no point worrying about it because at the end of the day, it'll deliver or it won't deliver. Now we're starting to deliver, so I'm gonna get ready to put my stop to break even on the other account. But yeah, we could probably trail our stop loss on this one, but I'm not too forced. I've just put it at a 3k win, so another 2k. Yeah, we'd be like 500 from passing, bro. Wait, could I not just put it to like whatever the... I'm just trying to think, because if it isn't like 1 day can't be more than 50%, but I was already up, so can I not just pass the account? I don't know. Let's just put it down there for now. Bro, why are we reacting like that? I don't like this. I might just put my stop to break even on the... Because look, I don't like this reaction. I mean, I know I need to probably stop micromanaging it because it's certainly valid. I mean, if we look at the 5 minute now, do you know what? I'm going to go and look on NQ chart. Oh no. NQ chart, there's no 5 minute to inverse. We inverse this 3 minute, which is fine, which is actually where my entry was. So I'm actually super valid on that still. I'm no worry about that. Starting delivering more down now. Yeah, we already inversed this first 3 minute and the second 3 minutes, so I feel like it's just free game now to these relative equal lows. There's no way I shouldn't be able to, you know. Look, 15 minute delivering out of this 15 minute gap. Look, wicked, and then a full 15 minute bearish candle down, which included the 1 minute invert. Bro. Stops to break even. Oh, bro, I don't like that reaction. I do not like that reaction. Just keep going lower. Least emotional trader. I mean, we're at break even now. I don't care. What a trade, bro. What a trade. Look at that. So I'm definitely going to take some out once we hit this first take profit, right? Which I'll probably just do here, actually. I may even trail. Like, I could trail here, but that would only get... I'd rather just take the half, like, take some off here. Like, take 5 contracts off, or even take half, but... Yeah. We'll see how it is. I'm at break even on both accounts now, so... My break even is much... Is it like 415? Which is like here. Which seems... Oh, I got a way better entry than I'm seeing on here. Oh well. But yeah, macro's here, so... Which makes sense, because it was that candle on macro, wasn't it? Yeah, the first minute of macro is what started delivering down. And my display's down, which is great, but I just want to keep seeing that push. Oh, the 3 minute delivered down as well. That's good. But the thing is, I want to see, what's ES doing, bro? I feel like ES has done some... There we go. SMT. That's why. But, look, if ES is going to keep creeping down like this, look, if we're not going to get a full good reaction... Nope. MNQ. Yeah, MNQ is reacting a bit harder, but I feel like it's free game here because look, there's nothing. Why would it want to come up? Look, it's not like we have. I mean, this is technically low resistance liquidity and relative equal highs here. I can see it, but we had look the accumulation, the manipulation, the distribution, and I feel like the distribution wants to target these relative equal lows. That's just my take on it. But yeah, I'll update when something happens, either when we hit TP or if we get stopped at break even. Like I said, I really want this to kind of come down here. Like I said, I'm not going to obviously just whack full TP there and leave it. I really want to take profits, but I want to do it here. You know, price needs to deserve my exit. We're doing well on the other account. We're up 1200. This is going to be really good because we were like down. Oh, I didn't take on my Apex, bro. I should have took it on my Apex. Oh no, I couldn't. I'll tell you why. Look, I could have took like a $300 trade. It's just because of the maximum daily loss you have on this. It's 1,000, and it'll like auto exit you. Like if I came into like it like auto liquidates you. So I'm like, no, bro, I'm not doing that. But yeah, we're still traveling. We'll just see what price delivers. This is looking super good. I mean, I didn't care if I won or lost these trades anyway. That's why I actually entered them. If I was emotional, I never would have entered these in the first place. Look, and I wasn't going to enter here. That would be stupid. Hence, I waited for the retracement to enter on the other account. It just needs to deliver, bro. I am tempted to take like half out and just get break even on the day at least. And as I say that, obviously this happens. Why do... I might get stopped at break even on the other account, but as soon as I say something, bro, I'm like, oh yeah, because I could have took half out, and that would have been that, you know. I mean, I technically still could, but we are getting the reaction now, aren't we? Let's check it ES. Let's see what ES does. If we invert this gap, I'm gonna take some out. I might even just close the position, bro, because that's not good for me. Well, to be fair, if we invert this 1 minute on NQ, I will close out the trade. That's how I'm working this now. Or even the 30-second. Because we got this SMT now, I'm just like... Not quite stopped at break even, like I said, it was 4:15 and my entry was around here. So I've got it on my phone, so I'm just keeping a lookout for it. The thing is, though, knowing my luck, I probably shouldn't say this because it'll probably happen, but it won't invert here. Knowing my luck. Let's go 1 minute further. Why is it doing that? Yeah, it wouldn't invert here. It would just like climb all the way up here on the inversion. Knowing my luck. That's what usually happens to me. There's no point closing this trade if this inverts, just because it's like right next to me. It's not worth the $100. But we're holding it so far. Maybe not. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. Wait, let's try the 30 second. What's the 30 second doing? Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? Like I said, I mean, sometimes I do think... Why is it doing that, bro? There we go. Okay, so that's going to get stopped at break even. There we go. Stopped at break even. Look, like I said, we've not even inverted this 1 minute yet, but it'll now invert, like, as soon as I'm... I just want it to stay above this 103 level, because I can pass tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to close it. Well, that was anticlimactic. What a shame, bro. We were coming for these relative equals. I know we eventually will. I know, but I didn't want to like get stopped out of break even and then we hit it. You know, it's it'll probably do something like that, and then fucking. But yeah, stopped at break even on one account, and then I just took this out, like I said, $51 on the day. But at least I can pass, like I can go aggressive risk on a good setup tomorrow, which I'd way rather have. So yeah, I'll just add this in at the end of today's setup. I'm gonna be, you know, it happens, but. It's a break-even day. It could have been worse. I mean, like I said, I could have lost the trade. I could have entered this. I mean, I entered it based on price action, but yeah, I'm not gonna, because of this 1 minute inversion. Look, V-shape recovery after a sweep, bro. I might long it. Might long this shit right now. This actually looks super valid for a long look. We have these low resistance liquidity. I mean, that's a swing high to look at, but nah, bro. I think these lows are still just, it's free game down here. I really do. But like I said, we have S&T off the lows. We have S&T off the highs. We have bearish gaps filled and bearish inversions, and then we have bullish we're just so much in a range, it's impossible to figure out. But anyway, I don't even know how much I'm up or down on a day. Well, I'm break even on this account. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But this is, again, like cutting losses. It's the same exact idea. I mean, look, look at this, bro. This actually looks super good. Do I fucking enter it right now? I may enter it on this fucking SMT, bro. V-shape recovery, retest. Bro, I might just go fucking free contracts on this bitch. Nah, not with that reaction. The reason is, I mean, if we look here, look, there's a full SMT at the low here. These are the lows we were targeting on NQ. And like I said, look, we swept. I mean, I say we swept, we didn't sweep much. We swept all this here. I mean, we already did sweep it once, but then we came out, re-sweep, recover it. Oh my god, I might enter this. Oh my god, I might enter it. Wait, I'm just going to rest this down. I might be too late to enter because... under the 1 minute inversion. What are we buying? 3? 3, 3, 4. Do I buy 4? Bro, this is like, I don't get this, man. We are looking like a 404. Oh fuck, I'm too late, bro. I'm way too late. Fuck it, let's do it. No, I didn't add a take profit. Fuck. I don't even know what my entry is, bro. My entry is like here somewhere. Am I just targeting this external high? Bro, they call me the something. I don't know what they call me, but fuck, they might not like this. Apex on the rules, they're like, oh, you have to use I mean, this is a consistent strategy. I did it in both ways, but they might not like how quick I've done this, so they might flag this. I made it. No, it'll be fine. I may even just put my stop to break even like super soon. It depends. We really need to invert this gap and not react like that. Here, look. Okay, 1 minute for value gap. I really wanna. This is the one I need to not like. It depends how we react here, and I will happily cut losses. There's nowhere really that displaces me. Like there's no inversions to happen here, but this is looking good. I mean, I'm break even. Let me just. So yeah, this red line's where I got out on both accounts. I got stopped at break even on this setup, and then yeah. Oh, I'm not liking how it held there. Do you know what though? I can put it back to break even, because as long as if it inverts this, I will stop to break even. That means it's supposed to invert. Okay, it's going to inverse it, isn't it? It's holding it, isn't it? Sellers are really holding this gap. Inverted. Boom. Stops to break even. We might get stopped out straight away. Or it might hold. I don't even know. 422.5. That was my entry. Bro, it's like wicking me. It's literally... There you go, that's my entry. It literally wicked. I'm pretty sure I trailed it in... Oh, I got entered at 422 and my stop loss was at 422.5. Do you know what? I'm just gonna put it right to break even, just so we have some consistency off that. There we go. So stops are at break even. I'm not too fussed. Again, obviously, if this, I'm quitting if this is if this calls it a day. We're still within this inversion. Let me just. Oh, I don't have it. Never mind. Oh, here it is. Yeah, if this gets stops at break even, I'm obviously just gonna call it a day. But bro, we're locked in. 422. There we go. Was that really where it got filled? So yeah, I'm just targeting this external high. I mean, we could go higher, but I don't know if I can be bothered waiting for that. Just because I'm hungry. And I've been on the charts for almost 4 hours now. And it's a lot of trades. A lot of trades. can I just extend this out? If I extend that out there, like I said, I exited when we inverted. But yeah, we understand what's going on, right? So top step, I front run this this gap, but based on these gaps that were inverted off this V-shaped recovery, off this 5 minute and 15 minute gap reaction. And then yeah, that was the entry for that. And then like I said, we targeted. I'm glad we got out a break even on that for the day. Obviously we didn't get out. We got out in profit on the trade, but got out at break even on the what's it called? On the day, but made profit on the trade. But yeah, we're holding this 1 minute inverse like a lot. It's really testing this area. As you can see, look, we came up, we inverted, we closed below, and then we, what do you call it? How was my entry here then? That makes no sense. My entry should have been here, right? Or was that my stop loss? How did I'm so confused right now. Am I looking at the right gap? Oh, was it this gap? Oh, it was this gap. Wait. Oh, it was the reaction off this gap. Right. And this was my break-even point when we inverted this gap. Right, yeah, so. Okay. So confused for a second. But, yeah, we did that. We've respected it. We still respected it. Continued out of it. And look, we're still respecting it. It's obviously an awkward place right now. Let's check the 5 minute. Let's see what even like the 2 minute. 2 minute gaps inverted. 3 minute gap inverted. 5 minute? 5 minute gap inverted. That's interesting. 15 minute. No gap to invert, but like I said, look at the V-shaped recovery. Even on the 5 minute, this is looking decent. And we've retested the 5 minute. I don't know if I can be bothered. I don't know if I can be bothered recording anymore because I need to upload yesterday's video, which I didn't upload, and I need to upload today's video and stitch this into the recording. So I might just call it like a break-even day, to be fair. With stops at break-even, so I'm not too forced. I can always go over it tomorrow. I mean, we might get stops at break-even right here now. It's pushing pretty hard, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it a day. But it's just sell. And you really need to fix this. It's so bad. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get stopped, aren't we? I just wanted to do it just so I can like call it a day. I mean, I'm gonna call it a day anyway, so I can always go over it tomorrow how it turns out. Because if it goes, it'll be pretty decent, and I probably would like to, if this PM session just builds up and comes and takes out all this, I will hold it to it. Looks like we're moving up better now, but yeah, I'm going to call it a day. I'll leave this open. I'll delete everything else. I'll just literally keep it on this MNQ chart and come back to it tomorrow, or even just leave it open on this. But yeah, some super good trades today. I really like this inverse setup, like I said, in the retest, and it was a shame we just didn't come to full TP and we got stopped out. But you know, this just shows how many opportunities present themselves. We just got to take them, no fear, especially on these evals. I'll obviously still trade structure, but be much more selective. Look, starting to move now. Looks super cool, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm not waiting for this any longer. So yeah, it'll either hit my break even or it'll come and hit full TP up here. So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. So I'm just gonna go through this. So I ended up getting stopped in a trail stop loss because if you look here, we inversed the 5 minute gap. Obviously we're a stop break even, then we came up here and it was based on this inverse, I think here. I trailed it just like, oh no, it was when this 5 minute fair value got formed. I put my stop loss somewhere around here or something. I don't remember exactly where, because I thought we might come and fill this before continuing higher, because we left this high, But then look, it hurts so much, bro. So yeah, this I was really tempted on. There were a few opportunities, right? Let's get rid of this now because we know it played out. Like I said, I was really looking for this high and it just didn't happen. But there were a few opportunities. Now I think front running this gap, even like here or even here, is just way too much. Because look, we've got these huge 1 minute gaps. So I used these 1 minute gaps. Obviously, we ended up displacing really low. I didn't want to place an entry here and above it because it was way too, you know. I mean, look, we were targeting it, so it's still a 1 to 3, which we've just tagged. That's so depressing, bro. I didn't want to just front run it, but I wanted to retest, and then this was the next thing, right? It's good on my part because it showed my patience, but we had this inverse 5 minute here. Crossed over with a 5 minute fair value gap, a BPR, balanced price range. So I was waiting. Look, we got so close to retesting this. I mean, I can always look at ES, see if ES did maybe. Looks like we did actually. So once we inverted this, is it like the same gap? Yeah, it is. Oh, damn it, bro. So we actually did. I didn't. So yeah, we delivered out of the 5 minute. We retested it, delivered out of it. This would have been perfect. I didn't realise we didn't do that on. We did do it on ES, and we didn't do it on NQ because I was looking at this entry here like this. I mean, I could have even have extended the stop to be safe, but fuck. Take a long right here. This is like textbook, bro. This is textbook. I'm ready right now. I'll come to that in a minute, but yeah, I was looking at something like that. I mean, it would have been more like this, and then there you go. Super good entry didn't happen, and then I was even looking at. We had a second 5 minute inversion here. So yeah, we got it here at 40. So here is where we got the inversion. So I was waiting for a retest and we didn't get it. So I was just gonna do like, if we got the retest reaction, it would have just been like that. But absolutely nothing, bro, which is a shame. Honestly, I might front run this. Look at this, sweet, bro. Bro, this is textbook. Oh, we almost hit London low. I don't like that though. We left London low on ES. Bro, I'm trading too much today. It's just because, like I said, I've got this top step account. I'm fine on like my alpha and my others. This top step account needs to be passed tomorrow. Like, I might do this. Wait, what can I do here? Let me just put. I just want to see what I need to like. What sort of. Because if I'm going to run a safe stop, we've already inverse one gap. 50 point stop? Nah, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be targeting this, so. Maybe above the first stop. Look, because we have this first inversion here. And now we have a bunch of 5 minute gaps though, that's the issue. Because look. I mean, I've got to be reactionary here. Look. Wait, did we hit the... We hit the 4 hour gap. But look at this, we closed this candle in 9 minutes. I just don't know, bro. But we hit the 4 hour fair value gap. Hit this 1 hour. Did we even hit 15? Yeah, there was some 15s overlapped here. Could be an entry. Let's see if anyone's in the Discord saying anything. Okay, can't see anything. Oh, are they all in? Everyone's in. I'm gonna go and check this out.